Well, hello, church family. I trust you're all doing well. As always, as we walk through this season, if you have any needs or concerns, the phone lines are open. Please get a hold of us or any of the elders. We would love to meet your needs and interact with you as we go through this. A little later on today, our Premier, Doug Ford, will be doing some announcements as he continues the dialogue on what it is going to look like to open our society back up in the days ahead. It's exciting after several months of this to be headed in that direction. With that, the elders have been getting an increased number of questions about what our plans are in terms of reopening the church. And this has been an ongoing discussion for us for a number of weeks, but the time has come to go ahead and, church family, let you know generally what we're thinking. More details will come as requirements are made clear to us. But the elders have thought in terms of a threefold benchmark. In fact, one of the rumors that is swirling, and it is just that right now is a rumor, is that they may be raising the gathering size to 10 people. Now, if that's the case, the elders don't see how we can legitimately organize activities at that level. It just would be an awful lot of administrative work we're just not set up to do right now. But we would like to encourage you that once the assembly size goes to 10, if that's this week or next week, or week after that, we don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Once that materializes, we would encourage you, if you're comfortable, to begin to gather in groups of 10 in each other's homes to take the church service in. In fact, I would even encourage you to think outside of the box. We have a number of people, a handful, who don't have internet. And so for the last 2 months, they haven't been able to have access to the online services and different things. And so it would mean a lot to them if they got an invite from you to come to your house and to worship the Lord with you and to take the service in. And so, once again, we understand not all of you are going to be comfortable with that. But if you're comfortable with it, start to gather people together and worship the Lord on Sunday in groups of 10. And my encouragement, so that nobody gets left out, is don't wait for someone to call you. You call someone else. You be the one that instigates this. And if we'll do that, everyone will get hit. When we are going to begin to facilitate actual activities is once the assembly size reaches 25. And once we hit 25, our plan is to run multiple prayer meetings throughout the week. We'll probably start initially with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. Now, I say prayer meeting. It'll be a mini service. We'll include some singing, we'll have a devotional, and then we will be spending time in prayer together. You'll have to sign up before you come, and we will ask you only come to one a week and to accommodate as many people as possible coming. If we need more than 3, we will add those in. We'll have them every night of the week if we need to facilitate people coming, but we'll start with 3 and go from there. And then once we hit the benchmark of 50, we will be doing the same thing with our Sunday morning services. We will have as many Sunday morning services as we need to have for people who would like to come while staying under the benchmark of 50. And then after that, it'll just be continuing to increase the size of our services and activities. We'll probably wait to start most of our support ministries until after we hit that point as well. Now, you may have a lot of questions. How's this going to work? What's it going to look like? Will we have to wear masks? What are all the requirements? We don't know the answers to those yet because the government hasn't handed out the requirements for these things yet, as well as signing up. We're still working out how we're going to do that well. So there'll be more information coming. But we did want you to know that this is what we're planning to do and what we're working towards as a church. So that's the plan. We encourage you, once it's 10, to gather in your homes. Once it hits 25, we'll begin to have live prayer meetings again. Once it hits 50, we will have our Sunday morning services spread out, 3 or 4 services on a Sunday to accommodate that. Last thing I want to do before I let you go is just circle back around here and think about this from a pastoral perspective. As I shared a couple weeks ago in our time in the Word, there's a lot of different opinions about what's going on. And some of you, the first time we open things up, are going to jump at that opportunity, and others are going to be more cautious. As I got to thinking about this, I actually got to thinking about something we deal with every winter, with winter roads. And it'll snow, and some of you are very comfortable getting on the roads and driving to church, and others of you are not. and you stay home. And there's a myriad of things that play into that decision of whether or not you feel safe going out in the winter or not. And I think that that's pretty similar to what we are facing with this current circumstance. Some of us are comfortable getting out and going, and that's fine. Others of us are going to be more cautious, going to stay home, not avail ourselves to things quite as quickly as others for a myriad of reasons. Maybe you work in the medical field and you need to stay home so you aren't expose yourself to something and then take it to your place of work. That would not be a good thing. So there's a lot of different thought processes that are going to go on here. As a church, we are going to facilitate these things at these benchmarks. A congregation, it's going to be up to you, first of all, to decide what you're comfortable with. And second of all, and this is really my pastoral plea, to refrain from passing judgment on people who aren't responding in the same way that you are. We need to not judge people's spiritual maturity based upon whether or not they're at one of these services when things open up. Because, church family, you may not know what all the factors were that played into that person staying home. So we want this to be a place where we love each other in the Lord and encourage one another and stimulate one another to love and good works and not pass unnecessary judgment on each other. So that's our plan. Once again, if you have questions, you are more than welcome to contact any of the elders or to call us here at the church, or all of us are carrying our cell phones as well. You're welcome to reach out to us, and we look forward to seeing you sooner than later in church. Blessings, church family.